So about 2 months ago, Mark from M&M Rails contacted me saying that he had a proposition, and the proposition turned out to be that he had acquired a massive lot of HO scale engines off Kijiji. Kijiji is basically American Craigslist for my American viewers. And anyways, so the thing was that I guess he went through all of them, kind of found the ones he wanted, and then the other ones he wanted to resell at a train show, which is coming up this fall in the Ottawa Valley area. So we wanted to get them working for that, so we asked if I could restore them all, and then the deal for me was basically that I get to keep 50% of whatever I restore. So I was like all over that deal, because it's like, you're telling me I'm going to get paid in engines to fix engines. Fantastic. So here's the box. We met at Hobby House in Ottawa. That's where he gave me the box. This thing is packed to the brim with engines. It's not going to fit on my little workbench. There's just way too many. There's a lot of cool ones. I'm going to have to sort out what works and what doesn't. Honestly, I don't know because I haven't taken any of them out yet. But we'll have to see, and hopefully we can get lots of these working. And yeah, I'll probably also be doing a lot of restoration videos, presuming we can get some of them working. So we'll see. So I've got out my infamous 1970s display table out, and I've also set up a lamp so that this will hopefully fight some of the bad lighting issues that my videos tend to have due to the bad lighting in the basement. Anyways, what's in the box? First of all, this is actually an old Tyco. This is pretty much identical to the one I bought in Maine. That is, alright, I'll get some better light. It says Canadian Pacific on the side. He actually sent me a photo of all the engines, and this one was not in them, so I guess he got a couple extra that he threw in there. This is another Tyco Chattanooga. Unfortunately, it's missing the cabin headlight, just like my other one is. I guess that's a common problem with these ones. It's also missing a wheel, so I'm not entirely sure if we can do anything to this one. But anyways, it's another one. The rest of it is pretty much F units. This, I believe, is an old, yeah, I think it's a Lifelike. Pretty nice. I think this one was modified because I don't think Lifelike put numbers on the side by stock, so that's kind of interesting. And I'm not sure if it's the ring motor one or the one with a 5-pole motor. I'm hoping it's the older one, but I'm going to guess not because it has windows, and I don't think the ones with the 5-pole motors did. Second of all, we've got a Bachmann F7. It's unfortunately appears to be missing its cow catcher, although this is one of the better Bachmann ones. This is not the ones that have the ring type motors. This is one of the ones that actually has a 5-pole motor in it, I believe, so we might be able to get that one working, hopefully. It doesn't appear to be in bad condition. Let's turn these to the side because there's a lot more, and I'm going to run out of room if I keep stacking them like that. Here is a Via. This is actually very, very similar to the one I got a few videos ago, the one I ironically got at Hobby House. And this one, it appears to actually have a pretty much identical shell, although the body's a Bachmann. The interior is a Bachmann, so another 5-pole. So this one we may be able to get working as well. There's also one of my favorite types of engines. It's another CN1. It's kind of funny because this is a Lifelike, and if you guys remember way back, I guess it was in the spring or early summer, when I went to Hobby House, I bought this exact same type of engine, just with a Athearn body, and I bought that exact same type as well, so it's kind of funny both those were included. This, I believe, is an old AHM. If Daniel Huck's watching, he's very familiar with these. Yeah, AHM Tempo. So this one appears to actually be in decent shape. The horns are kind of coming off, but it has one of its traction tires, so we'll see. These ones tend to be somewhat tough, so I think it will be okay. So box over. This one looks quite nice. Canadian National. It's got the retro paint scheme. I think now just looking at it, this one's actually a dummy because, yeah, okay, all the wheels are loose, and you can see there's no motor. So that's probably why this one doesn't work. Here we've got another Bachmann. This unfortunately appears to be the kind that have the pancake motors or Ringfield motors. I don't even know what they're called, but basically they're only 4-wheel drive, and they have 3-pole motors. They're not super powerful. They're very easy to fix though, so I'd say there are high chances we'll get that one working. Ooh, I think this one's an old Tyco. This is very similar to one of the ones my dad had as a kid, except it's got colored horns. I don't think those were stock colored, though. I think somebody painted those in with a pen or something. That's quite cool. I'm unsure if we'll be able to get that one working. This is another one. A bit unusual, very foggy windows. I don't recognize the make. Is it a Tyco? It's by Cox. Okay, you can't see it. It says that right on the bottom. You can see the logo kind of. This one's very, very nice, actually. The shell is not in prime condition, but this I can tell right from the bottom here. This is an Athearn. It appears to be geared. Very nice. I think we'll get that one working too. Athearns are quite tough. They just have very good motors, and frankly, the motor is usually the thing that goes on most broken trains, so if the motor's good, usually you can get the rest of the train working. This one's quite interesting. It appears to be an old Hornby Triang. It doesn't have a tender, unfortunately, but yeah, it's kind of cool. If there's any people from England or Europe, I guess, they might find this one kind of interesting. I don't know any of the history about it. I can tell you from the wheels, though, it's likely about 50 or 60 years old. I think this is just an old Bachmann. Sorry, I think it's an old Model Power. I think Model Power made these. It doesn't say on the bottom. That's just my guess. These, I think, had relatively simple motors, so I think we'll be able to get that one working. This doesn't have a shell or wheels or anything, so I'd say we're probably not going to be able to get that one working, unfortunately. And then we've got another CN locomotive. CN F7, or F3, I guess it could be. Main Lucas, Slovenia. Okay, this is an RSO. I didn't actually know RSO made these kinds, and I've never seen one where the top's been painted like that, so... And somebody evidently at some point tried to glue it. You can see it's all shiny there. I'm not sure about that one. I guess, will this fit in the camera frame? Yeah, it will. We've got two more in the box. We've got just a little shunter. It's a Lima. I don't see a lot of Lima stuff. This one was actually made in Italy. I don't know anything about these locomotives. Maybe it'll be easy to fix, maybe it won't. I'm going to assume it's going to be easy to fix because this is a four-wheel locomotive, so those don't have a lot of gears. So we'll have to see. According to Mark, actually, he said that he doesn't even know if these necessarily don't work because he never cleaned the wheels on them. So there's a chance that maybe all they need is just a good wheel cleaning. Now here's the final one. This one's very, very cool and a bit unusual. This is a Hornby Triang. These, I believe, were made in England. Let's see. Yeah, made in England. Not something you see very often these days. And this is a 00 gauge engine, which 00 gauge is actually 00 scale, so it's just slightly bigger than HO, I believe. I think that's how it works. It's very hard to say if we'll be able to get this one working because Triang actually built these things very well, but unfortunately they're over 50 years old, most of them, so there's a chance the motor might be burnt out because I don't think they put the strongest motors in them. So we'll have to see. But very, very cool lot, and I'm sure we'll be able to get at least half of them working. So I guess stay tuned for all that. We're gonna give them all just a quick test under power because I'm sure somebody's quite curious if any of them do work. It's always kind of an exciting thing to see if they start or move or jitter or do anything. Start this an old Lifelike. I'm gonna say it's probably not gonna start because old Lifelike locomotives that have the 3-pole motors have wheels that corrode very easily when they haven't been running a long time. Well, I don't believe it. This one's actually technically running. So this one obviously needs a lot of work, but it does run. So we've got one runner. Next up's the Via F7 or F3. I had to do a slight modification because the shell on this locomotive was put on incorrectly. Well, it does run. I'm gonna guess it has bad lubricant in it because it sounds like somebody's screaming, but it does run, so we've got 2 runners. This is kind of unusual Hornby Triang CN locomotive. Looking at controls, full power, fortunately. No life from this one yet. Tyco Canadian Pacific. I'm gonna guess this one doesn't run because the wheels were put on the wrong side, although it just fired up, so with a bit of lubricating and cleaning, this one may be a good runner, actually. Chattanooga Choo Choo. I'm gonna give this one about a 90% chance of not working. National Bachmann F3. Nothing. Canadian National FP40H. Oh. Come on. We've got a runner. Put it in reverse. Something is clearly slipping on this locomotive, but the motor clearly also works. AHM Tempo Santa Fe Sealiner. Nothing. Third Canadian National. Nothing. Because it's a dummy engine. Bachmann F3 Santa Fe. Would not appear to be working. Canadian National F7 by Tyco Mantua. And it would appear not to work. Cox Canadian National, I think it's an F3, a variation of an F3. Oh, this one actually does work. Let's see, try shifting. Well, we've got a runner. Amtrak F7 by Athearn. We've got a working light. Doesn't appear to have any confirmation from the motor though. 060. And it actually does appear to work, surprisingly. So, Power 040, I believe it's supposed to represent Canadian National. And, nothing, maybe? Well, we've got a working motor, but something's wrong with the gearbox. And the last one of the day, a Lima 040. And we have a runner. And it has a working headlight, too. Yeah, look at this one go. And will she back up? Yep. Well, sort of. Well, that was the last one of the day, so thank you guys for watching. And huge shout out to M&M Rails. Hopefully we can get some of these working for them. And tons of restoration videos coming soon.